Hmm. Hi. Hi. Salutations and greetings from Marge. Hilka. I'm empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. And today my feelings are full spectrum. I'm going to try and concentrate on the things I want to say. Or I should say, I need to say, and then I'll clown around a little bit later maybe. I like it when people recommend me things. That's one of the only reasons why I'm still on Facebook. It's because of, I've modified my feed to just the people that I'm like-minded to. I'm only down to I don't know. I don't have a lot of friends and all that. My real life, my real circle, my 3D circle, my tangibles are much less. Things are changing. So anyway, one of the recommendations I got from a guy I used to listen to his bands back in the the Plumbers Hall days in Redding, California, circa early 90s, late 80s, where we listened to bands like For Pete's Sake, and Case for Radio, and Team Sacred Cow. That's the first time I saw the dark side of someone lose their shadow and curb stomp somebody in the mosh pit. We were all fun and games, tussling around, and somebody always took it too far. I know the too farers. I know it. It's a vibration, or lack thereof. Anyway, so we got a tweeter out the window. So it was recommended a talk today. A magnificent storyteller soldier reveals what he saw in Vietnam, and I'm going to go ahead and add the link to that talk. And you alright, bud? Tuck's getting settled? Don't let your sister be scary. It's a good boy. Go ahead. Good boy. Come on. Be easy. Oh, don't start that. No, don't start the scratch and stuff. Come here. Come here, bud. Come on. Pretty guy. Come on, handsome. Come on. Come over here. Say hi. Come on. Come on. Good. Good. Come say hi. Come say hi, Tuck. Oh, you want to go to sleep? Want to go to sleep? Want to go cuddle? Want to cuddle? Alright, let's get the cuddles on. Ugh. Get the cuddles on, cuddler. He's my puppy mill. I don't know if you saw his little pig butt. That's because a person, if you can call him that, a shell, a vessel, a soul sack, freaking with void of spirit, slammed his tail in a gate because he wasn't moving fast enough. So he was born with a perfectly formed tail, but a person did that because people ruin everything. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put the link of that story in the description box. It's about 15 minutes long. You don't even know 15, what's time? Time ain't nothing. I can't wait till I can live off the clock completely full, and just use it to keep appointments. Like occasionally, and only have like one big appointment a week kind of thing. That's the kind of life, that's kind of world incarnation I'm trying to reach and strive for. Anyway, so this man talks about his account of his experience in the made-up chess game conflict of the Vietnam War. And I'm going to go ahead and leave that story and his account to him, and just recommend that people take the opportunity and listen to his account of, and basically I'm going to reiterate what he says, and it's like there's always a based on how many people are witnessing an account, there's always, the heart space, the sum of the heart space of the majority of the people that are witnessing the account, and what they're going to benefit from if other people see the account in a certain way. And that's the narrative that we're seeing. That was really, I don't know if I said that clearly. So what people are seeing is there's the reality of a situation, there's an imposed situation, and the imposed situation is a 3D Earth thing, and the reality of the situation is a 4, 5, 6, 7th, 8th, 9th dimension, because people are at all kinds of frequency. It don't stop at the 5th dimension. The Earth can be living in the 7th, 8th, 9th dimension. That's what the freaking days of the, people moving stones and cooperating with stones to make them malleable and squishy so they can fit together like puzzle pieces. Huh, Benzo? You guys come say hi? We're gonna clean ears today. Come here. Come on, we're gonna clean ears today. Yeah. You get some rough stuff having floppy ears. It's on the con list, Marge. It's not on the pro list. The cute parts of it are on the pro list, but cleaning ears is not something we like to do around here, but getting back rubs is something that we like to do around here, huh, buddies? You okay? You waking up? Yeah? You waking up? Yeah? I don't understand. See, that's the thing. It's void of spirits. People without vibration is what can cause harm to an animal. That's how you know. And those are the people that, like, to me, those are the people that put those freaking nasty-ass collars with the prongs in the neck. Those people are weird to me. Why you think that is a, you know? Why do you think that's a, because a dog won't resist. Because if a dog, especially like him, you know, who has an attitude, he won't resist. And like Artie, my other guy, he won't resist. And I'm not going to break their spirit. And that's the reason why people put those things on things, is to break spirits. And that ain't going to be me. I'm not here to break spirits. I'm here to help put them back together. And that's a big tell. That's a big red flag for people to see. Who's dominating? Who's control? Who's not thinking that everybody's all the same, and that there's separation, hierarchy, and division, and ranks, and awards, and buttons, and advancements, and bonuses, and stock options, and when you die, none of that shit go with you, yeah? None of it. You people make, not you people, but people, as a general, as a sum of all parts of collective consciousness, the stuff that they choose to manifest this earth into is just plain wonky to me. Plain wonky. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It made sense when I was in junior high and you wrote people's names on a piece of paper and you voted for them. I was 7th grade vice president. Did the Pledge of Allegiance every day. See, that's the thing, is they make us believe that it's something great and it's something wonderful, and then they make, in our name, make us a part of travesties, of earth abominations, of murder, of mayhem, all because they can't get erections anymore by themselves. Because when you're so far into ego, your body ain't gonna cooperate with you no more. I don't care how young and virile you are. You might be a machine right now. You might be that machine. Trust, granted, one day that machine runs out of batteries and your mind is telling your body, go, 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 go. Dominate, control, be a man, you know, all that stuff, and then that's because the balance is gone. The feminine is gone. You know, the love for you that you have for yourself, that you mirror outwardly into the world, it's gone. So now you're just a machine. And it happens to women too. People that get so stuck into their earning, or their chasing sensations, or their, you know, eating habits, or their lack of eating habits, or their, we all have our stuff. I drink a lot. I love oblivion. I like other substances that, you know, I've done a lot of. Alice. Hung out with Alice many times. Got a sheet of Alice, was supposed to sell it, ate it. Grateful Dead, Purple Shield, 18-hour trips, you know? And once you go on a trip like that, once you see what your mind can see, and you come out of that, and you look around, you see through a lot more bullshit, I tell you that right now. And I'm really excited for the initiative of the psilocybin community trying to, see, that's the new mental health. That's the new mental health. It's just saying, hello, soul sack, this is your spirit. Spirit, this is your soul sack. You are supposed to live congruently, autonomously, in a peaceful vibration. And when you do that, really good shit happens. When you don't do that, this is the world we get. Folks, I got a lot of new people that are checking out my tube. I got like 100 tubers. My tube grew in gauge by 100 in like 5 days, less than a week. I don't know exactly. Time's all fluid. It's taken me over 3 years for that to happen, and I knew it. I'm like, when I did my first video, you can tell I'm just like, it's gonna be slow going. It's gonna be slow. And then when I freaking jacked up my hair, and and then I went through the bald head, and then all my life the last 3 years is just welcome to it. I highly recommend to go back to the older ones, the oldies and the goodies, and check those out. Anyway, so in case you don't know, I have the ability of telekinesis. I get it from my mom, Native American. It's harder to do with somebody else. I mean, it was by myself. It's easier, but I do it with people all the time. I do it with like my friend at the laundromat. I've done it for her. I do it for people. I do it for people at the flower shop. I'm like, hey, check out my lighter truck. So it's like, if people don't, I see it here. It's, you don't have to believe me. The verification exists in the world that I have these abilities, and so does my mom. And I learned it from watching a YouTube video from a kid doing it with a coconut, and I was like, it's the fluid inside. It's his energy field cooperating with the coconut milk, and that's what's. And I'm like, the same principle. I could do that with the lighter, and I tried it for a little bit. I'm like doing this, and I'm like, hey mom, hold this. This is a couple years ago. And I tried it, and I did it for her, and she's like, oh, I can feel it, and I'm like doing it, it's like rocking back and forth and stuff. It's pretty cool, but that's the thing, is like, we all have these abilities, and people are finding out more because everybody's getting grounded and stuff, and they're like, hey, check it out. And that's what happened to me. My ass got grounded 3 years ago when I moved to Oregon. Universe said, nope, you got some self-learning, analysis, you got some growth to do, is what universe said. So at first I resisted, and it was very, very, very uncomfortable and very awkward, and then once I stopped resisting, then that's when the gifts started getting good. That's when things started getting good for me. So things are gonna get nuts, things are gonna get crazy, things are gonna get like Bar in Star Wars, like wah, like, not, but for us, who grew up on like Sesame Streets and freaking and all that, and ate sheets of Alice and hung out, with shrooms and stuff like that, and just always lived in my spirit, outside of my body, because I have no earth in my chart. So earth stuff is just like, you people are weird. Why do you do that stuff on purpose? Ew. That looks like it hurts. I mean, I'm clumsy enough. I hurt myself enough. And the people that, I love tattoos though. I'm ready. I'm like hankering for another tattoo. I almost want to call Stephanie and see if what's happening there in that thing, because I'm like, I'm ready. So to me, you're right, guys, you're getting kind of hot. I know you gotta be getting kind of hot. Just don't be aggressive. Just don't. Well, they don't fight. They just kind of direct on each other, and I gotta break stuff up. Somebody gets attitude, somebody gets bumped, and somebody gets their feelings hurt, and then I gotta interrupt stuff. So yeah, to me, tattoos are scars from past lives. And like when people have that means that they in some sort of battle, war, conflict, made up or not, in their egos. All conflicts are made up. Somebody gets butt hurt in their head, and then they get a chip on their shoulder, and they take out in the world, and then they think everybody has a problem with them. I know this because that's how I used to behave myself. But I've ascended, done a lot of spiritual practices and disciplines, and have rised above it.
And I encourage more people to join me in that vibration, because sitting in the vibe of hate, man, it is not, it ain't nothing. So that's what, so my experience with my military conflict, you know, I saw the aftermath. I was fortunate because I got to stay in a 5-star hotel, Panorama, and on the island of Crete in Greece, you know. And, you know, and age always got the short end of the stick, personnel wise. We always got the crap jobs. Every job I ever worked in, it was just like the crap job, but nobody else could do their job without us. You know, I was in IT, you know. I'm always like the brains in the operation, and I've done it in all these different paradigms, and I put some stuff together, and I got some, they're not my secrets. I just tell my story and my experience, strength, and hope, and the people that have screwed me over along the way, I'm just talking about things that they've done. I remember names and places I've worked, and the shoes they wear, the brands they wear, the cologne, they're all the same. People are all pretty much all the same. They just, you know, dip into their ego or heart space. So I got to stay in that fancy hotel, and they just redid the hotel when we stayed there, because heck, they just got a new military contract, so they had money to waste, you know. So I got to stay in the, you know, and I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We had to work, you know, and then drive hour 20 minutes one way, and then walk in through the gate and all, you know. It has had its inconveniences, but it had its perks too, you know. So I saw the psychology of the Marines the first round that went in to that did their first decimated in Operation Iraqi bullcrap, you know, because they came back to that, because they all came back to, because they did it, and then they'd come back to Crete, and then they like, now what do we do with them, you know, because all the freaking control freaks are idiots, so they just, you know, logistics are a mess. So let's bring them here, no, let's send them over here, and let's put them here, no, let's just leave them in a hangar. They left them there for like freaking a couple weeks. These guys that just like massacred these people, so their psychologies are broken, you know. They're just they just killed people for the first time, and they're just like from Iowa and shit, you know, Marines. That's what people do. It's like, it's how I got in the military. I was from Redden, California. I had no other options, you know. I did go to college. I didn't know I was going to be fighting yet another made-up military conflict in the Mediterranean Sea. So a bunch of old white dudes that have never freaking gotten a splinter, you know, can make more billions. Yeah. This is a story that's been going on and 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 on and, you know, eating spirits. Dude, killing people in a village in an impoverished country is no different than collecting them. It's the same thing. It's the same heart space as collecting them, cutting their throats, putting all of their blood in a jar and drinking it so that you think that you can live forever and ever. And it's the same thing. It's the same heart space. It's the same rituals. It's the same shiny stars. It's the same emblems. It's the same thing. It's all the same thing. If you take from somebody's power, you are of the dark. That doesn't mean that you don't have the free choice to step into the light. Everybody has free will. Do a 180. You know?
Now you gotta choose? You chew on you then.
She's good. They're all healthy, man. They all have been to the vet. They've all had their dentals. You know, I go without to make sure that my family and loved ones are taken care of, but I will spend a lot of money to make sure that they are taken care of. You know, that's what, you know, that's why I freaking pay $1,200, God, too much money in rent. When I moved from freaking Omaha, paid $900 in a mortgage, and then all the rest of my bills were added up to what I pay in rent here, you know? And I'm just like, and it's not, and the setup is logistically a nightmare for me, but I keep thinking about how when I move, you know, and I look at Zillow every day, the places I want to go, you know, little place on a hill out in the country. People come I do keep doing these talks, and then have people come visit, and then I show them around, because I'm a heck of a tour guide. Show them around all over Northern California and all the beautiful things and places to go and see there, and Mount Shasta, and go ride horses, and I'll teach you how to frickin' throw an axe, you know, in real life. But we're gonna make a you know, because I don't throw them at trees no more, because it hurts them. You know, and I don't shoot, you know, we could do target practice too, and I'll teach you how to freaking safely handle the firearm if that's, you know, what you want, because that's when people get hurt, is when they're afraid. So if you become less of afraid and educate yourself, you know, if I can't, I ain't never going to beat the gun, so I might as well, you know, educate people on how to do things safe and proper, and I got all the training. I'm marksman, I missed expert by 1. Which is good, because then maybe they wanted me to be a sniper, and I don't do that. I think about hunting, and I can't do that with a gun anymore. I can only do that with a camera. But that's the thing, is you just capture a glimpse of their spirit, and then you leave it for them to live their lives. The hunter, and I respect those that do it, and it's a tradition, and it's something that's passed on in them, incarnation in their heritage, that they do it to to provide for their family. There's a place for everyone, except for the ones that do it for frickin' fun, to get your frickin' rocks off. Those are the people that get the frick off my earth, man. Get off my earth. I abolish you, you freaking pervy, creepy, unimaginative fucking mob. Anyway, I think Mom might be up. Let's see who's in the talkie room. Oh, I have 4 dogs. I got roped in. 2 were mine, I adopted. It was intentional. 2. And then the other 2 I failed, and then I fostered and then failed. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. You know why I have such a hard time with when they lick, is because I'm an empath, and I know it's because it's a soothing mechanism, and I want to create an environment that they're soothed enough that they don't have to lick themselves. And so, yeah, that's my world. DDK does like my channel, and that has... That's cool, you know. That makes me feel. That's why, because I come from the heart space that I want to be recommended by other people, and I'll go and tell people, hey, yeah, come check me out. You know, I do talks, and then I get butt hurt because freaking egos like Cubs can't be kings, like freaking, you know, smack my. You can't share that you're trying to promote your channel on my channel. Get out of here with that, you know. And I'm just like, dude, you're a little bitch. Were you an SP in the Air Force? Oh, you did your little, oh, I brought support to your little, you know, your special forces guy, your special forces program. I was doing that stuff, you know, when I was like my swim stuff, when I was like 7 and 8 and 9, but that's cool. You were playing video games, your Nintendo and shit, and I was drowning in lakes and stuff and learning the actual disciplines of it. But, you know, Cubs can't be kings. And then the Sky Priestess, whatever her name is, she did the same freaking thing on my birthday. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm autistic, you know, I'm excited. I just was like, you know, I'm going to do a live when you're not. And she freaking, like, reprimanded. I don't even care if it's your birthday, and I'm on this spectrum, too. And I'm like, dude, she's like a Virgo. She's like a poli-sci major, you know, has all these letters, you know, all this 3D shit, talking spiritual stuff. I'm like, you missing main components, baby doll. You missing main components. Oh, see, I can't talk about them because it literally puts a crank in my neck. So I gotta talk Bryce higher or not. Oh, I'm just here to help people raise their vibe. Check out my description, man. I wrote that like 3 years ago. It's just merge with Marge, and I hear all these practitioners and readers talking about, oh, all these timelines are merging in dimension. I'm like, come merge with Marge. I've been merging for a few years. Merging's kind of nice. Congruence, cooperation is nature's way, man. Resistance, that's where the anger and the hate and the fury sits. I resisted. Oh, the energy that I spent resisting in my life is just exhausting to think about all the energy I've wasted resisting in my life. Thank you, Margot. Gregory? Is that how you pronounce? See, there's so many different spellings for names. I don't know. I'm hooked on phonics. I got such an addictive personality. So I just say things how they look. See, and you also got to understand a little frame of reference from my background is I used to have a speech impediment. So I came in the world and my mind would work so fast that I wouldn't listen. So when people talked to me, I wouldn't listen. And that became a crucial, and this is why I believe other children have speech impediments, is because they're wired, so their amperages are so high that when you think that high and stutters too, that you like have to slow yourself down, get in the present moment, and think about that one thought and idea. And Mom still says, you always thought about so many things at one time, and that's what I would do. I would be thinking about the logistics, physics, spiritual, earthly, all these different aspects, 6, 7 different things at one time. So yeah, I'd freaking run into walls, and I was clumsy and I'd fall down because I wasn't paying attention to my physical presence. Because I don't got no earth in my chart. It's all everything's an experiment to me. That's why I put a fish hook through my tongue when I was 2. Oh, what's this? Put everything in my mouth. I'd smell everything. Everything was taste, smell, because you get more about something. Toxicity. Don't do that. That's bitter. Bitter's bad. Yeah. So, anyway, people are coming more into their spirit. So, see, and I understand that a lot of the stuff that I've said for years hasn't made sense because the world wasn't ready for it. But now, if people go back and listen to my old talks, it'll kind of put me in better standing because it'll affirm the old things that I've said now, today. It's because, people... Anyway, I think that's about all I got for now. I'll be back later on in the evening sometime. I like coming. It's Gemini season. I'm Gemini, and it's like duality. It's like I just woke up. I'm in spirit. I just got back into my soul sack from my night shift, and so I'm in one kind of heart space. And after the end of the, at the end of the day, sometimes I'm in a little bit different heart space, a little bit more of the shadow side. I've done some research throughout the course of the day, things like that. Picked up some synchronicities. Merge with Marge. That's freaking badass, Heather. That's cool. I'm gonna do T-shirts too. Merge with Marge. I'm gonna do I Nama Your Stay. I already have Straight People Like Rainbows too. That one I came up with when I was 9, and my ex helped manifest that. They're embroidered rainbows. I wear them sometimes in my talks. I Nama Your Stay. Straight People Like Rainbows 2. Merge with Marge. Same Freak Tribe. FREQ. Same Frequency Tribe. Same Freak Tribe. Same Freak Tribe. Oh yeah, that's what I said. My back. I had a speech impediment. I had R's. Augie. My name is Margie. Are you a boy or a girl? And see, I hated it. Because I hate it. I don't know why. It's like my plot in life, but I can't tell. If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me if I was a boy or a girl, I'm just like, why the fuck does it matter? I got to the point, who fucking cares? I don't even know. I never had any identity crisis until you motherfucker, you people started giving me one. No, I kid. I jest. But it's just like, are you a boy or a girl? Are you a boy or a girl? So, and I hated having to say I'm a girl, because then they'd make fun of my speech impediment, because that's what people that feel bad about themselves, that's what they do, is they insult people. I know that, because I can. Because people insult me all the time, and you should watch me. I'm like freaking Steve Martin and Roseanne in the bar scene when that guy's like, big nose, big meathead guy, big nose. What? That's all you got? That's it? That's where you out here? Let me check you out. Let me next time if you ever meet someone like me, maybe you can dish some of this stuff, this sauce at him, and you won't look like a freaking idiot. You mental midget. You know? Come on. Anyway, I think Mom's up now. That's about all I got for now. No, I gotta finish about the freaking speech impediment. So I had to freaking sit on a bus. You know, all these other kids are doing learnings. They always called me out. I always had to go to special classes and all just call me out. I always got called out. Put her in over here. Take her away from here. She's a part, you know, and then wonder why I always felt like I wasn't included. It wasn't me. It was the system. I assure you. You know? Stuff they taught was just boring to me. I wanted to learn how to work on work. You know, that's the stuff. That's what I was doing. I was thinking about on my weekends of Mom's. You know, the guy Mom dated. He got to go. We went out in the woods and I cut down manzanita and freaking make a cribbage board out of it for my brother for his birthday. I was only like 10. You know, that's the heart space I come from. That's stuff I want to the world I want to make. Worlds like that, not where this. I couldn't have kids because I had failed as a parent because I couldn't help them do their studies because their studies are freaking absurd. Crow verifies that. Yeah, Crow. Yeah. Anyway, so I had to go out on the blue bus. Me and like two other person, you know. Couple days a week. Get to the hydration station. Hit it, girl. Hydration station. Hydration. Water is very important for everyone. All living beings. And so, A-E-I-O-U. I had to read all the flashcards, do all the drills, you know. And we'd have to go down and see Gregor. We'd have to go down and see Greg on visit. And he's a total freak. I mean, he's the dude I'm the poster child of what having a father narcissist is. And it's not even his fault. I can't even be mad at him because he also had a major head injury. You got the door? You just closed it. You want out. You just bumped it with your cute little booper. She says I got it mixed up. You want out and not in? Good girl. I'll get you some breakfast in a bit, Mom. Ugh. So we have to go do the visitation rites because some freaking scumbag. Anyway, I'm getting long. And then, like, his ego was so freaking huge, you know. He was of no favor to me, no help to me. And he, like, we'd be riding in the car, and I'd just be talking to my brother in the back seat. And then he would, like, be stirring. I could feel him percolating in the front, his energy. He'd just be getting pissed. And one time he freaking pops off and yells at me. He says, "Why can't you just lift your tongue to the roof of your mouth? It's not hard." I mean, he freaking starts chewing me out. R. There. R. See that? Haven't talked to him in years, but I got that down pat. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.